Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Today is Wednesday, August 12th, in the year of our Lord 2021. So here's a channel that I found. His name is, and the channel name is Oliver Lakay, 2,000 subscribers. Looks like he's got a crypto channel, which is interesting. We'll have to check that out. But I just, not to pick on this guy because I want to just address like this hot topic about misinformation, and there's other channels to be covered as well, not just this guy, but he's just happens to be the lucky channel that I recently watched, and I'll be doing a review watch reaction to his latest video, because the interesting thing that's happening with all these channels, they are all just, either they're just really into making content so they can pump up their channel and make money, which is fine, I guess, if that's what you're looking for, but maybe you don't exactly know what you're watching when you watch these sort of channels. And I just find it fascinating because you think they're on your side, but at the same time they are almost spreading FUD, not the fear, uncertainty, doubt, but my new acronym of FUD, which is frustration, urgency, and disappointment. Because after watching these videos, they pump you up, and then it's like, I don't know, do they actually share good information? And is it something that if you knew what exactly is going on with these channels, like, would you continue to watch? But I guess that's a decision you have to make, because I think a lot of people look at his banner, financial edutainment. So he is claiming he's not only an entertainer, but also an educator. Now, I don't know. I've watched a few of these videos, and we'll see in this latest video, but if you really want to be educated, I have got a few channels that I can point out to you guys that actually seem to genuinely care about sharing information and just teaching others, because I don't know how much education is in some of these channels. And to educate someone, it's not just the stock market stuff, but most teachers, they should be teaching critical thinking skills. And the good channels that I'm going to show you, they are logical, fact-based, evidence-based, and you may not like what they have to say, but it's real. Whereas some of these other channels, you think they're on your side, but it's almost like subliminally they're not, because it's a sales tactic to create urgency, and that's the common theme in a lot of these channels. Are just urgent, trying to get you think like the thing's right around the corner, keeping you on the edge. And then it's like just disappointment, and it's like if you entered a long position, it's generally a strategy. When you enter a long position, you're looking to see how it plays out and not be swayed by the day-to-day stuff. And I don't know. If they want to create channels and be educational, I think that's one thing. If you're going to claim you're educational, you need to be fact-based and evidence-based, and not all this bullshit. And just, you're an entertainer, and that's it. You're not an educator. So, but with that being said, I'll stop ranting right here so we can get into this video.
Welcome back, my friends. My name's Oliver Lakay. Now, immediately you have to be asking yourself, why is Kenny from South Park on the show today? The answer to your question: Kenny decided to come on the show to make a face reveal. So no choice, we had to receive him, because we've been trying to figure out for a long time who's actually Kenny from South Park, right? So check this out. Man.
Oh, what did we learn? Kenny from South Park is actually Ken Griffin, the CEO of Citadel Securities. Okay, I didn't know that. So this is referring to, he's going to get into it here. It's referring to, let's see, what is it here? Let's just fast forward here.
Gallows? Well, we're going to have to visit our guy, Ryan Cohen, to figure that part out. So let's go check it out. Okay, so what does Ryan have for us?
Okay, so Ryan Cohen, he's been known to tweet cryptic tweets. Okay, this is a South Park tweet. That's Mr. Mackey, the counselor. His common saying is drugs are bad, okay? So, and then you look at everybody's trying to figure out what is he talking about. What is the cryptic message? And long story short, Let's see. He's going to decipher. Oh, there it is right there.
It's very interesting. All right, so let's go back. Now, we come...
Oop. Right there. If you zoom out of that clip that Ryan Cohen posted, it's there's a message up here in Spanish. It says, you know, Kenny is a character that dies a lot, especially in the earlier seasons here. There's a message, and the boys, every time Kenny dies, the boys say, "Oh my God, you killed Kenny, you bastards!" And up in, you know, where this would normally be like the alphabet, right, in the classroom, there's a message that says, "Oh my God, you killed Kenny, you bastards," and it's in Spanish, apparently. But then I've read some of the tweets, and people have also said, well, you know, it's like episode 16 or something in the series, and August 16th, you know, the new 13F filings are due, and just who fucking knows? I mean, hey, that starfish over there is, you know, somebody was saying that's the moon, right? I mean, obviously it's a starfish, and they don't live on the damn moon. It's probably just an aquatic poster or whatever. I don't know. People are trying to decipher this thing, whatever, but let's see here. We are how much into this video, and this is what we're learning, okay? We're learning, okay, Ryan Cohen tweeted something cryptic, and we're trying to break it down. So he's breaking it down for you, what I just told you, that the boys, you know, Kenny, reoccurring theme that their friend Kenny dies horribly, and then they say, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny, you bastards," okay? And it's supposed to be funny. I mean, it is funny in context if you watch the show, but okay, that's what we're learning so far. Let's keep it moving here. Let's see, what is he gonna say now?
Out, you can go on the SEC website and check out all of these rules that are being put in place. But in a nutshell, these rules are announcing that the market is about to have some...
I hate that. I kind of don't like to hate on this guy, but I mean, the channel is almost like a filibuster. He's just talking for the sake of talking. There's no educational value here, okay? Now he's going to go into... I mean, this has been covered extensively on other sites. You know, one being Charlie's Vids. He actually... I mean, this NSCC, these rule changes that come out, this...
Because look at what just happened here, all right?
Okay.
From July 19th until...
Let's see here. He's on the SEC website, and... Let's see here. So like these rule changes, I mean, I looked at the 010 one, and damn it, it's like 300 pages long. So I mean, what is this guy really sharing? I mean, I guess it's his right to share that on a channel that, you know, oh, look at these rule changes. Take a look at this evidence. But what's in this thing? I've looked at it. I'm not a goddamn lawyer. It's so convoluted that I mean, you'd have to be an attorney like the people that wrote this thing up to understand it, or just get, you know, I don't know, just read these things so much and just slowly piece it together. But the point is that he's not reading it. He's just pointing that out. Hey, look at this thing, just like everybody else. What's the educational value in there? I don't know.
The capital is available for when the MOAS hits, so that those players that might die from the MOAS happening, for them to not become a market contagion type situation.
Market contagion.
A market contagion where you would ultimately have...
That's a new one to me. I don't know if that's an official thing, like a virus or something. What?
Step 1, we buy the stock. Step 2, they try to commit fraud. Step 3, we do not give up because apes will not leave. Step 4, regulators realize that...
God, he's a salesman. And I would hang up on him immediately. I just, I don't know.
Regulators are like, all right, let's put some infrastructure in place so that when this inevitably happens, we have a way to protect the market. That's where the NSCC comes in. Now, step 6, then what actually happens? Now we have to unwind some of these portfolio positions so that they can pay us. Okay? This is why it's so important. Now,
No, that's just stuff that people are saying. I mean, I guess. Where's the evidence in that? I don't know. It just seems like one big sales tactic. I mean, if you look at his other videos, he's basically just saying the same thing he said the last video.
You're thinking they're a shark, but listen, there's bigger than that in the game. First off, let's check out Fidelity, okay? Fidelity, you want to check out this number right here. Boom, asset under management. This is Fidelity's asset under management. $10 trillion. Okay? All right. 10 trillion with a T. Now let's keep moving. Let's get some more context around this. BlackRock right here, $9 trillion. Are you good, bro? Are you good? All right, let's keep moving. Vanguard, let's make a reveal. $7 trillion. I mean, listen, are you having problems buying groceries right now? Are you feeling like inflation is kind of like catching up with you? Would you like to have a few $1 trillion in the bank?
Yes.
And become a god?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm okay being a man.
Some people out here, institutions, which are, anyways, they're legal people, but whatever. These corporations out here be sitting on trillions of dollars, my youth. Like, what are we even talking about at this point? Okay, but now in context for relativity's sake, look at Citadel. Okay, this is Citadel. Let me zoom in because you might not understand there are levels to this, bro. $35 billion suddenly looks like it's peanuts. We're talking like $10 trillion, $9 trillion for BlackRock, $7 trillion for Vanguard. And you mean to tell me Kenny is only sitting on $35 measly billion? A measly $35 billion. So you have to see that when these megalodons, when they're looking at the shark, it's like that's an appetizer. That the Citadel shark is just an appetizer for these big players. And guess what? By the time that Citadel and friends get liquidated because the apes have to be paid, well,
so what are the apes doing in the ocean? They don't belong there. And the megalodons, they wouldn't be able to live on the land. So how? I guess they're meeting up in cyberspace.
That are going to be on the other side, waiting for the NSCC to auction off all of these long positions. Well, that's who's going to receive them. And that's what Kringle Kitten meant. But like, that's what he was saying when he said that the destruction is going to be up for these long positions. Okay? Because they're going to be absorbed. And ultimately, even when we hit the MOAS, what we're actually doing is we're consolidating the players that are all the way at the top. Which is why when we had the interview, Kringle and I, we reached the conclusion that ultimately the system is not going to change. If anything, under these regulations and reforms, the system is actually going to get reinforced. But the apes, the position of the apes inside of the system, that's what will change. And this is something that you have to get comfortable with, because if you came into this thinking you were going to change the system, nah, my guy, you're just going to change your position in the system. That's what's most likely to happen.
Oh, my guy, your position is going to change in the system. What does that even mean, dude?
We don't leave people, out from this party. I want to show you Melvin Capital, okay? Melvin Capital is sitting on $12 billion. Now, we almost got Melvin back in January. They had to be rescued by Citadel, okay? So look at that difference, 12 billion, 35 billion. That's the difference between Citadel and Melvin. So these two are like a bigger shark and a medium-sized shark, all right? But compared to the megalodons,
goddamn, watch out for them damn megalodons.
So
you got the sharks, and then the itty-bitty shark Melvin.
Making a few apes rich, but eating up all of the long positions of these, medium-sized sharks. That's no problem at all. And what do we think about this? Well, us, the apes, personally, let me talk for myself first. Personally, if we're not about to change the whole system, if some of these megalodons are just trying to consolidate at the top, but for our efforts, they're willing to get us our Lambos, I say ride on. Because I'm totally okay with taking a ride on my Lambo while Kenny Boy is on the gallows, picking up the pieces.
I mean, even if he's committing fraud, it's not a hangable offense.
Friends, we're just out here chilling, trying to figure out What is the next play? In order for us to make our communities much better by spreading education and spreading some money for those who did not participate in the MOAS. I'm not mad at that. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments down below, because this thing right here is, oof, there's a lot to unpack. But we will keep following the story. We will keep spreading the good information. All right.
No, you're not.
Guys, if you watch all the way up to this point, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you
hit that like button, subscribe, and the algorithm, and blah 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 blah. Okay, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. What was educational about that? Okay, he broke down. Look at this. Okay, so Kenny is Ken Griffin, because they're both named Kenny or Kenneth. Ken. Okay. Let's see what else. The NSCC. Okay, he didn't even like go into it. I mean, it's like a 300-page document. You could do a whole. If you want to be educational, why not read that damn thing like Charlie's Vids does? And I can't even speak to how accurate he might be, but at least he's like trying, right? Like, I mean, he's admitted like, hey, look at this thing. It's like 300 pages long. It's gonna take me a minute to like sum this up for you, smooth-brained apes. And okay, he says, okay, here's the SEC website. There is the NSCC rule. There's a couple of them up there, and God. Let's see what else. Oh, look at Fidelity. Look how much trillions of dollars BlackRock has. And don't you want trillions of dollars in Lambos and spread education and whatnot? Oh God. So I don't know how educational that was, but we just fed into the machine. We gave him a like, and I mean, if you genuinely like this guy, he seems like a likable guy, but as a salesman, you want to be likable. Otherwise, I mean, I would just not buy from a guy basically because I don't like him. So of course they want to be likable. And then all this urgency, like, you know, don't you want trillions of dollars? Like, yeah, buy one share and there'll be trillions of dollars. Like, how is that educational? How? Oh, whatever. Okay, let's just end it here. Hopefully we can just, I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, that's crazy. Educational my ass. I didn't learn anything. Well, I learned that this guy's a salesman, and he's probably not your friend, but he's really friendly, and that's just his shtick, okay? And that's what these other channels, that's their shtick, but I guess I have my right to put my perspective out there and say, hey, these guys aren't educators. This guy is not an educator. He's an entertainer. He's a salesman. So it is what it is, and hopefully you take it for what it is and just... I mean, I don't know. It just bugs me that, like, he's saying educator, he's an educator, spread education. There is no critical thinking. There's no fact or evidence-based anything. I'm not learning shit. And part of me finds that fascinating. That, just seems like it's all counterintuitive, and I guess it is what it is on that, too. I love saying that. It is what it is. But if that's what they're doing, is they're just trying to sell their channel, sell their product, please don't claim yourself as an educator, because there's actually people out there that want to teach people and who give a shit if the person they're teaching learns something. So just be aware there are people out there that just want to sell you things, and then there's people that genuinely want to teach you. And that teaching should be taught to you in a critical thinking sort of format. So just be aware of that. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.